We're getting ready to go see Danny. That's definitely what we're getting ready to do. Danny's at work right now, and Danny's life has changed dramatically since we've gotten to know Danny, since all of you have gotten to know Danny. I think it's pretty safe to say that since Danny has become a part of After Prison Show, his life has gotten exponentially better. And I'm very proud of that. It was always my hope that Danny would get to a point where he was able to do for himself. And I think that that is the point that we have reached now. I've been having a lot of talks with Danny on the phone lately. You know, we haven't been seeing Danny as much, and the reason for that is because Danny's been working. He's been working a lot. I'm super proud of this guy. I'm super honored to have been able to introduce all of you to this guy. But Danny has decided that it's time for him to move on. And with that, I've asked him to, you know, do one last video with us. And we're getting ready to go see Danny to get his final send-off. Now, when I say that this is Danny's final send-off, one thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is don't think that, you know, Danny is no longer going to be rocking with After Prison Show. He absolutely is. If he ever needs us, we will be there. But there comes a point in time when it's time to move on. And that is what Danny wants to do. Danny's got a lot of really good things going for himself. But he's made the decision that he doesn't want to put all of his personal business out there. You know, this isn't for everybody, especially for the long haul. And that's the point that Danny has reached. He wants to live his life, and we want to allow him to do that. I want to honor whatever wishes that he has and wish him all the luck in the world and all the success in the world to just continue doing what he's doing. It's been a hell of a ride, I can tell you that. We've gone through so much with him. We've learned so much about him. He shared so much of his past story with us. But at this point in time, Danny wants to just live his life outside of the cameras, outside of YouTube. And I'm going to respect those wishes. And again, I asked him if we could come out there and meet with him one last time so that we could talk with him and so that he could say to everybody, you know, just how much it's meant to him to be a part of this and to thank everyone. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who see this who don't like that. But you know what? That's what it's about sometimes. This isn't the long haul for everyone. What After Prison Show wants to be able to do, and I think we've done a good job of that with Danny especially, is to become a part of people's life. To get to know them, to hear about what they've been through, and to help them in any way that we can get to a better place. You know, Danny, he's one of our biggest success stories. Dave is another one. And it's just a really amazing thing to think about where we've been, where we started with Danny, to where we now are with him, to where he now is in his own life. So we're gonna go see him. We're gonna go talk to him. We're gonna honor his wishes. And this is kind of like, you know, goodbye. I just hope it's not goodbye forever.
Yeah, nice seeing you again.
Hey, yeah, man.
I shook your hand.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Look, so Danny, I was talking before we came over here about, you know, you wanting to live your life.
Yeah.
You wanting to have some privacy. And it's something that, you know, I got no problem admitting. We've kind of invaded your privacy to a certain degree, but it's been for a good reason. everything that we've done thus far, you know, we've done it for a good reason, and it's helped you to get to a better place. And that's the most important thing. But I know you're wanting to take a little bit of a break, and I want you to talk to the viewers and just talk to them about like what your plans are, and talk to them about like what all of this has meant.
Yeah, you're right, Joe, but I don't really call this an invasion, you know. Like I said, my past is a story. There's a lot that hasn't been spoken about yet. It's something that Joe and I will eventually go over and see what we can do to present more to the viewers. I'm going to take a little break. I am coming back. When, I don't know. It could be soon, it could be tomorrow, it could be, but it'll be soon, because I want to thank all your viewers, and I love every one of you for your support. You also made a big difference along with Joe, Cody, and Dave. You guys made a big difference in my life. I'll never forget it. I just came across some things, new stuff in my life that I can't discuss. And it's taken me to a new direction.
Positive.
Yes, definitely a positive direction, a different level. So right now, a little bit of privacy until I get things sorted out is required, is needed, Joe. But I'm going to miss you guys. Of course, I'm going to miss all you viewers. And I want to say a few things too. I got a letter, in fact.
The last letter that we brought to you.
Last letters, and this is to my cousin in Florida. Yank, I love you. It's been 40 years I haven't heard from you. If it wasn't for YouTube and the videos, you probably would have never found me. I'll be writing you soon. I love you. Yeah, I still look the same, but much older, huh? And there was another letter too that they were asking me for advice. I'm not going to mention no name, but you know who you are, because I know you're definitely a YouTube AfterPrisonShow supporter. And you asked me, would it be okay for you to write as a pen pal to people in prison? My opinion is, because I come from prison doesn't necessarily mean that I fall within that category, but 95% of the people in there, maybe 90, are no good. Okay? And it's hard to say because I don't want to mock everybody, but if I was you, I'll focus on finding a pen pal out here.
Absolutely.
Don't worry about finding someone in there, because you need somebody who can do something for you now, not later. And I give you a bunch of promises, because a lot of the pen pal relationship, they become very personal relationship. And so right now you don't need to focus. You need to finish school. I thank you for being a supporter, and I also thank you for following us, and particularly me, and coming to us and asking this question. But if I was you, I'd forget about that pen pal and just focus on your immediate life. Yeah, it's like I said, I will be back. It's just that I have to take a break and sort things out. I don't know how long, but I can't forget about you guys, and I must return back with you guys. I mean, definitely. Like I said, Joe and I, we've been discussing. He has ideas. I have plenty of stories, real stories, live true stories, and I got plenty to share with you guys. I want to thank you, and I love every one of you. I really do.
Danny, I want to say something as we wrap this up. From where we started with you to where we now are, it is the most humbling experience to know that as we say goodbye for this period of time, however long that this is, like you said, it could be a short period of time. You want to live your life and enjoy your life, and that's what you have every right to do that. It's been a hell of a ride, man.
Yeah. See, what the thing is now is no longer about my past, even though we have plenty to share with you. It's about my future. But because I separate my future and past, my future is privacy is needed to achieve what I got to do. But my past is my past, so I don't mind sharing that. But I gotta attend to this future thing assignment that I'm doing on mission, and so I need to focus on this first and then come back and share a lot of stuff with you. And maybe I'll share some of the future with you, but right now I can't.
Danny,
thank you. And I tell you what, it's been my pleasure. There's been times that, as Joe and I talk, we went up and down with each other, you know what I mean? But at the end of the road, at the end of the day, We're still good friends. He's like a brother to me. So is Cody and Dave, and I still love every one of you. It's part of the, you know, it's part of the adjustment. It's part of the going through. It's part of life, you know. I mean, you can't have a friend if you're not gonna have disagreements. But at the end of the road, I gotta thank Joe, Cody, and Dave for being straight with me, for getting me where I am today, and not only just on a physical, but they helped me out on a mental, psychological level too. Very, very, very. I got good news. I'm getting off intensive probation.
I mean, that's like the best news.
Yeah. So you see, these are private things that I can only share for so much, and I really shouldn't talk about it. But you know, I'm heading in a direction where it took me a lot of work to get at, and of course, with support from these guys, helped me get there. But what I gotta do this on my own.
Real quick, I want to know one thing for sure. I want to ask: are you happy?
I'm very happy, but I'm sad that, you know, that I have to take a break for a little bit. It's only a little bit of time, but I'm happy to a point that I never thought that I was going to get to this point now, and particularly having the authorities on my butt. I mean,
and now being in a position where they're not.
They're not going to be. They're not. I got more freedom. I got more slack. I'm not, you know, like when I first got on. My PO told me, he says, the judge got you around a chain, a very short collar. You sneeze the wrong way and we're putting you back in jail. And at that time, if you remember, I told him, listen, take me back to prison. I'll do the 5 years standing on my, you know what I'm saying? And that's just the way I felt. But now that I've gotten so far, you know, and being out here, this is the longest time, Rain, that I've ever stayed out. You know, one day I got out, I only lasted 1 day. Another time was 2 weeks. The 2001 was 11 months, and now with this here, this is over a year. Gone over a year.
He was looking at us, so I was looking at
they're feeling, what the hell are they doing with a camera in the middle of the street?
I apologize, I messed that up. Look, I want to say this, Danny. Just because we're taking this break right here, it doesn't change anything between me and you.
Thank you.
So, you know, if you're ever in an issue, if you're ever in a bind, if you ever just need somebody to talk to, if you ever need any help, you can reach me.
And that's one thing. That's one thing I gotta put out there and let everybody know what you guys follow on video. If you remember, I called one time. My bike it seemed like it blew up. Joe was out there to come pick me up early in the morning. There was a couple other times, not a couple, but multiple times where situations similar or other stuff that he's always been there. He's always been there, and I really appreciate that. Something I don't forget, Joe.
And look, even though we won't make a video about it because, you know, you do want this break, just know, whether it's on video or whether it's not, it doesn't change the relationship, it doesn't change the friendship, and I'm always going to be there.
Thank you, I appreciate that, yeah. And I love every one of you, and Cody, Dave. Hey, Dave, where you at, man? Every time I come, you're always MIA, bro.
Well, I'll be in touch, man.
Thank you. Please do, okay? I love you, Joe.
Definitely, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate all your help.
You too, Cody. I know you're holding the camera, but I gotta give you one there. And Dave, man, stop hiding on me, man. Stop that. Stop making them noodles, man.
So let's just say this.
You can't cook.
I didn't know what I was gonna call this, goodbye or a break, but I think what we should call this, and this is my personal opinion.
No.
To be continued.
To be continued, yes. And I will be back. I love every one of you, and I definitely will. And like I said, the people I've not answered on Twitter, Instagram, I'm sorry, I get them confused. I'm still working on learning how to use it, and I'm just like, I'm gonna make an effort. That's all I can say to, you know, say hello to everybody and thank everybody. But if not, you got my thank you and my love right from here, live. Peace.